We are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hi. We did have a little bit of technical difficulties. I just want to thank you guys for your patience with us. And while I'm here, I just want to apologize for last week. We did have some technical difficulties as well. But we are here. And I have my sister with me. Brilliant. You can say hi, right? Yeah.
Hi. Hi, everyone. How are you? My bad.
I
I
don't know
feel like
what
I'm
that
at
was
work and this is a Teams meeting and I need to be like, hi.
about. Like you need to be high on mute.
Yes.
No, you can talk. You can talk. Shamikoi! Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Shamika, say hi.
Where are you seeing this? I can't
You
see
know, see in
anything.
the comments.
No.
Good night, Merlin.
Hi, Shamika.
You see it now?
No.
Go on the side where it say comments, bro.
Oh, there it is. Hi.
I think tonight will be a hilarious night because I'm doing it with my sister and she is a trip.
But I can't curse, so you know.
Yes, I put you on a band tonight. Just a
Yeah.
little band. We're gonna keep it a little PG, a little PG, little PG. So we're just gonna have some fun tonight. Just a little fun tonight. Right, bro?
Yes.
Thank you, Merlin. Thank you.
And put my volume up.
I know, right, Keisha?
Who said that? I will try.
You know she can't help herself. You know she can't help herself. If Brilla curse, it's
It's not
something
me.
wrong. Hmm. Hopefully tonight she have a little manners.
I will try.
I will allow it one time.
Only if I get into it, like real into it, and it just slipped, then that's different.
Good night, Michaela, Lewis. Good night, good night. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome. I do advise if you did miss last week's session with the all male panel, whereas men were talking. Guys, definitely go visit them on YouTube. You could definitely visit the video on YouTube. All right. But I will allow you one time tonight, bro. Just one time. One time. Hopefully YouTube don't block me. But or Facebook. Well, one time. Nikisha said no time.
Whatever.
Oh God. Sure had to behave tonight. I hope you're ready for this topic, because as simple as it is very important. As simple as it is very important. And I think it's something that's needed to be discussed or at least let people know what it is about, or how they could use it. So, are ready for tonight? Are ready for tonight? And welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome everybody that's tuned in. Welcome. I hope you guys had a good day today. How was your day, bro?
Long.
Oh,
I still didn't even finish, but today was my work from home day, so that was a
um,
plus.
that's good.
Yeah, my work from home days is my lazy days.
Uh, it's so crazy how if somebody else come on this podcast, your accent will change.
Yeah,
And then you're talking to me and you're talking normal. You're
yeah.
talking kind of Trini.
It will happen. Just wait for it.
You're You're sounding kinda Trini, even though you don't have a card no more, but
It was taken.
yeah, it's taking a while now. All right, guys, we are 5 minutes in. So let us begin. You guys know how we do this. Let's welcome the intro and let the show begin.
This episode is sponsored by Ebenezer Real Estate Services, Corpidence, Blush Beauty, Funky Fab Cosmetic and Sincerely Herstory.
Guys, so welcome to a Fresh Twist podcast. Just to let you guys know, Kafisha will be joining us shortly, but let the show begin. So tonight we'll be talking about how well do you know your life goals? How well do you know them? All right. So when it comes to life goals, how well do we know them? Are our goals ours, or was it influenced by, let's say, family values, maybe status and fame, or even competition? So let's start by understanding what the meaning of goals is. Brill, to you, what is the meaning of
Life goals.
life goals?
Well, to me, it's just something I want to accomplish in life, or it don't even have to be just life. It could be within a month life goal, a month goal, or a week goal. But to me, it's just something you want to accomplish while you're living. That's what it is to me.
All right, cool. Well, to me, I think it's just a particular way you envision yourself, causing you to create a plan, and then you commit to it, and then you try to achieve these goals. You try to get results from whatever it is you plan. So according to Wikipedia, a goal is an idea of the future for a desired result that a person or a group of people envision, plan, and commit. Simply put, a goal is something you aim for and execute. So, for example, um, I have a friend and she wanted to become a chef, but she had a lot going on in her life. Like she had a lot of responsibilities, she had kids, and school was kind of something that was far for her. She didn't see it happening. She didn't see herself becoming a chef, but she started creating certain things to allow her to become closer to being a chef. So she registered at Hudson County. That was a school that we went to. She registered for their chef program, and she started, no matter how tired she was, every day she went out and she did her classes. She didn't miss a class. Even if she had to bring the kids to school, she brought the kids to school just so that she could accomplish her goal of being a chef. And she did. And she's a chef. Now she's a chef. So that's an example of life goals. It's what you set out for yourself and how you plan it and how you execute it. So in the
Mm.
comments, I want you guys to mingle with us tonight, because I look and see me and my sister, we're holding it on tonight. Tell me in the comments, what is your goals? Like, what is your life goals? What is the meaning of life goals to you? So go
How do
ahead.
you come up with life goals, by the way? Like, what motivate you or motivate a person to come up with life goals?
Based on what you want for yourself, how you see yourself. It's how what you see for yourself in life.
So, what was yours?
So I think when I started to actually apply life goals was when I was probably 21 years old. And you know the story behind this.
No, I
But,
don't know. Refresh my memory.
well, I was going to say the big B word. Say Brill instead.
I have short
Um,
memory.
um, when I was 21 years when I was 21 years old, I remember I was living with someone at that time, living with a guy at that time, and you came over. You was by me visiting,
Yeah.
and I wasn't living the best of life then. I was a little rascal at that time.
Yes.
And one night, we were going to bed, we were going to sleep. It was a night, and I remember seeing police lights everywhere, like seeing flashing lights, police lights everywhere. And I started to freak out because I wasn't living the best of life at that time. I started to freak out. So, and it just dawned on me that the life I was living could not just affect me, but also you, because what if you were caught up in that situation as
I would
well?
have snitched. Me in that situation with police, hell no. I snitching. At a point and put in the direction of exactly where it is. And I'll say who it is that living here. First, middle, and last name. Everything.
Look at you snitching. Jesus Christ. I could just
Yes,
imagine you singing like a canary.
of course.
Like la. Yeah, that was when that's when I think I started to take my life seriously and setting goals for myself, because I could have put you in a situation that you didn't need to be in. And that's when I started like creating life goals. Because after that, you know what happened after that, obviously.
Memory.
Oh shit, bro. All right, I get, my life changed after that, and I started making different goals. Like I went back to school, I got my degree, and then too, I saw that my steps or the decisions I made, you were there looking. So I had to start now making better life goals for myself so that I could set better examples for you and Lympha, because I know you
Mm.
guys were looking at me.
Well, you are the oldest one, so yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, for you, how do you notice that life goals, or when did you start?
Well, mine's is fairly new. It's
Mhm.
a newborn baby.
Hmm.
Mine started maybe a year or two ago, because I felt before then I felt like I did everything that I wanted to do. I was at a place where I was like, okay, fine, I'm comfortable, married, house, car, usual shit, you know.
Yeah.
And but not until I started, like thinking for me, because I was more so thinking for others, which is what I usually do.
Yep.
I have become the mother in the family.
Mm.
um, I decided to start thinking about me and what I want for myself. And that was something that it's not something I did before. So it was very like hard and difficult because
It's
it,
foreign.
it is for like a whole month. I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like
Oh wow.
I asked myself that question, like, I don't know how much times, and I couldn't, I had no idea
What
what
does
I
that
wanted to
feel
do.
like? What does that feel like to
It
not know?
feels horrible. It feels like, well, it feels like you don't know yourself as much as
Mm.
you thought you did. And it feels like either you lost a part of yourself or
Okay.
you might want to gain something, another part of yourself somewhere. But
Mm.
that's what it felt like. It felt like limbo. Like I was,
In between.
yeah.
In between the
Um,
known and unknown, kind of.
yes.
Hmm.
And then once I've finally figured out, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm interested in, and this is what I will move towards, things
Mm.
started falling in place. I had two promotions
Aw.
in like in back to
Congrats.
back,
Beep, beep, beep,
because
beep.
mine was mainly moving forward in my career
Right.
and making more money, honestly,
Yeah.
but also having a title that is something that I was interested in, like a job title that I wanted, and something that I, could say, oh, this is me. Oh, I have my business card, by the way. You want one?
Oh, look at you.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's exactly what, once I did that, that was my goal, was to, push myself in my career, climb that ladder, become something that I am proud of.
Mhm.
Once I did that and took the steps to do that, then everything started falling in place. So that was like what, a year ago?
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's good. Congrats though, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, that take a lot of work. And I'll say thanks to me though, because I set the example, so I take the credit.
Sure.
No, but you're doing good. You did good, and it's good to see that you take yourself so seriously now to the point where you're actually doing things for yourself, and
Yeah.
that's amazing. So I'm just gonna put a comment from Michaela Lewis. I said, my life goal is to be the most independent person I can be. Like, that's good. That's good. Just make sure when you're doing that, you define what independence is for you. Because I think so many times when it comes to setting our life goals, I don't think we define exactly what it means for us. Because it
Yeah.
always influenced either by a situation or most times it's by a situation. It's by a situation. So,
Or it could be by a person.
or by a person
Especially
because a
now, like
situation happened.
on social media, your life goal would want to be whatever your influencer that you just watch is doing. And you'll be like, okay, I want to
True.
do that someday. And then you'll mirror it off of, that person. So it could be both.
Yeah. And we make decisions off of that. And then sometimes, like I said from the very beginning, is our goals really ours? Because sometimes it's just your family goals you're living out, is what your parents want for you.
Mm.
And then also you have society. Because let me talk about society. So when I was doing this topic, right? Um, I started saying something along the lines of, and we all know everyone has their vision of what they wanted for themselves. But the reality of the situation is not everyone does. Not everyone know or have a vision. We wasn't,
Oh.
not everyone had that opportunity to understand the importance of creating goals for themselves.
Yeah.
Some people just live life according to how mommy just say it, Vikey Vi. Or that's how the Trinidadians to say it. It's just say living life Vikey Vi.
No idea what that means, but sure.
Means that you're just going with the flow. You're just going with whatever happens. So that is also one of the reasons why. And I could honestly say this, that even though sometimes we try to ignore society pressures, I think it plays a big role too in
Hmm.
the type of life goals that we make. Because growing up in the community that you and I grew up with, and Brill, you and I could say we have similar experiences because,
Yes.
we situation.
Yeah.
um, People used to shushu about we all the time. It
Yeah.
was always about what we doing or what we not doing or how we doing it or why we doing it. And if we did do something good, that was another issue. Who the field is. It's like who you feel you is to do something so.
I feel like I am Brill and I could do whatever the F I want to do. See? See? I said F.
But
But
what about
that's the
people who
one.
stuck in that?
That's
What about people who stuck in that society and can't?
Yeah,
And
because
just
I
like that.
mean, as kids, I didn't honestly. Okay, honestly, you already know because I just say this to you, and you just say it to me all the time. I was going to say effing time.
I added. Hi, Kamisha. Good
Hi,
night,
Graham.
girl. Alia, look at it to them.
Sorry, Sorry, guys.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen this bitch in like forever. See, look at
Short
the
answer. Hi guys, sorry for being late, but I'm here. I'm here.
Welcome, welcome.
I was just getting into Guaya and the bullshit.
Oh Lord, intro with the big B.
Usual. Well, I will say Guaya because that's what we know. That's where we grew up.
Mhm.
And we know the life or history of Guaya.
Mhm.
Nobody can keep the mouth shut.
Yeah.
PJC, I am trying.
Yes, I see that. I see that. Keep trying. Keep going.
No one could be their actual self without being judged. No one could, just do whatever without one person hearing or seeing. And then next thing you know, by the time you get home, your parents already know. Your
Yeah.
grandparents already know. Your neighbor across the street know. Like the dog know because the dog watching you. Like I know you did something. So
Yeah.
that's the one thing I did hate, and I felt like it did put a cap on our our I guess vision or view or just being open mind about something. It did put a cap on it. And like I was saying to you, something we always said was we are never going to I didn't think I was going to live past like 24.
That is true. Never thought we was going to live
What?
past.
Yeah.
Mine was 21, and it almost happened. It almost happened, but thank
Wow.
God we're
I mean, it
here.
almost happened for every single one of us. So
Yeah.
something Alia might not know, between me, JC, and Linfa, we almost died maybe like what, 4 times?
4.
Three,
Counting
4
short.
times. Somewhere around there.
Wow.
Yeah.
The amount of shit we used to do when we were kids was just insane. And
Wow.
I'm surprised that we're still living to this day. But that's just something. That's like an inside joke that we use. Like we tell each other, like, "Damn, I didn't think we'll make it this far, but we're here now." Yeah.
Thank God for
Yeah.
that.
But it
But,
was a struggle. It was a struggle
Yeah.
being ourselves, being our true selves in that type of society. Kafisha, what was that experience like for you being in Guaya? Because that's what we know. That's the environment that we know. I think that's where we had our most sets of struggles being
Right.
in that community. What was like what that experience was like for you?
In relation to my goals or just in
Yeah,
general?
to your life goals, so you being yourself, being able to accomplish or achieve certain things that you wanted to live in Guaya.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I would say, like Brill was saying, it really, because of the thinking of the people there, it really limits you because it's like, oh my God, I don't want to do this because next thing you're labeled as this, or you always have to live up to the expectations of your parents or your aunties or your grandmom. For me as a child, I always wanted to be a lawyer. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a lawyer. But was that really something I wanted to do? I don't think, to an extent, but now the field I'm in now, I think that is more aligned with who I am. So, but growing up in Guaya, it was a struggle. It was nice, but it was a struggle. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. It really was a struggle because you always have to be like, no, that's Alice and Wilton child, You had to watch what you're doing. You cannot say this. You cannot say that. You can't do this. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really did limit what it is you did. So my question is to both of you guys, how do you guys break free from society's views or your parents' view of where you should be or what you should be in life?
How what? I wasn't listening. What?
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. How do you break free from society's view or your parents' view of where you should be in life or what you should be in life?
So let me see.
I-
From you want to go, Kapisha?
Sure. Okay, when I would say when I found myself, like when I really found who I was as an individual, when I really seeked on the inside, okay, this is not about your parents or your grandmother or your aunt. What do you want for yourself? What are you really interested in? What do you love? And I mean, when I really found the answers to those questions, at the time I was a big woman, so I
Mm.
didn't feel as though I needed to really break. Like it was a struggle to break free. I said to myself, this is what I want to do. I went to my mom. I said, I think I'm gonna start studying ACCA. And
Mm.
she was fine with it, and I went ahead and I did that, and thus far I've been successful. So it really was not a struggle to break free from it. It really was just the struggle was finding out what I wanted to do as an individual.
Mm.
Who am
Yeah.
I? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's similar to what Brill said in the beginning
Yeah.
as well. She said, "Is that space of the known and unknown? Like I know who I am,
Yes.
but then I don't know who I
Who I
am.
am.
I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
figure out."
You
And
don't truly know who you are until you start asking yourself these
These
questions.
who am
questions.
I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something too that helps with goals, because if you really don't know who you are, how are you able to set goals for yourself?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
How would you get to know what goals to focus on, or
Yeah.
how to move, or what direction you want for yourself? And that's something you really need to know. Who are you? So I want to know something. What are some steps you guys took in creating your life goals? Now that you know who you are, and what are some steps that you took, like you specifically took?
Well, mine was career building. So what I did was finally just say, you know what, I need to say it. Well, F
Yeah.
you. Kafisha, she put me on a block. I cannot curse. How can I not curse on this topic?
You will not.
So at first, I just had to say F whoever it is that was telling me what I should do or where I should be or what I need to become, and just be like, you know what, I am going to do what I enjoy doing. And
Mhm.
when I did that, that was the first step. I did that and I dove head into my career because it was something I enjoyed doing. But
Mhm.
because I was hearing from others that, oh, probably should do, this, or you should get into the medical field and blah, 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 I felt like I wasted time doing degrees in biology. I mean, yes, I do like biology. It is nice, sure. The
Mhm.
inside of a person is very interesting, no problem. But it's just not something I saw myself
To
doing.
win. Yeah.
Yeah. So after saying that and just taking those people's voices out of my head, then I decided, you know what, I will just go into what I like doing, which is what I was doing, and then went right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I did that, then doors started opening, and I didn't see it as work. I saw it as me enjoying, just having fun.
Fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I start seeing it like that, then things started becoming even more easier. And,
Mhm.
it just
Yeah.
worked out.
True. Nice.
Yes. I love that for you. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
What's
No,
yours?
it's the same for me. I literally said, you know what, I'm not going to focus on this law thing anymore. Okay, so you ever heard about divine alignment? Like when you're
Yep.
divinely aligned with something.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
when I started working, I always started working in finance departments for some strange
Oh wow.
reason. Always. And I never did accounts in SEA or anything like that. No background in accounts, but I always ended up in the finance department. And then the years went by, and I still struggled with this law thing. And I said, you know what? No, let's put this on pause.
Mhm.
And when I started asking myself those questions, I said, okay, let's start doing the accounting program. And everybody was like, girl, ACCA is so hard. And it was like a breeze for me.
For you.
Every single exam I did, I passed with the highest in my class. So, and everybody's like, but how you get so much? Because it just came natural. It's like
Naturally too.
you're in alignment with this thing.
Yeah.
And the doors just like Brill, doors started opening up, and I got
Mhm.
my career path went from like here, like my salary bracket went from like here to here, and I was like, okay, yes, we headed in
could
the
do
right
this.
direction.
You could be doing this.
yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that happens. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because I felt what you said about divine what divine
Alignment.
alignment.
Yeah.
I feel like now that I'm thinking back at it, I did own majority of my time had like HR jobs.
Yep.
So it's just somewhere always the direction that I always went into. Okay,
Right.
so I do like that. I like
Yeah.
Yeah. Divine alignment.
Yes.
I would say it was the total opposite for me. Because I actually enjoyed what it is I studied, except biology, because my first degree is in biology. I actually hated biology, but my mentor at the time, he saw it that I was really good in that field and in mathematics. Um, but even though I enjoyed the mathematics part, somehow my path just completely shifted. It went from science, mathematics to hospitality. And then it just in hospitality is where I would say everything started to skyrocket for me. And that's when I really started to like align myself like, all right, my goals, this is what I do. And I started having tons of books so that I could start writing down like, all right, no, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to accomplish and how I'm going to accomplish it and that type of stuff. So everybody own is everybody's story is different, but it all leads to the same goal, which is
Yes.
your happiness. Your happiness.
And I
Um
did think you did bloom with in hospitality. That was a different
yeah,
side of you that I saw.
yeah. I was I
Mm.
enjoyed hospital. And the craziest thing is even though I was in hospitality for a period of 5 years, I think my growth was I grew in 3.
Yeah, yeah, it did.
From basically answering the phone in the back to becoming the general manager
Yeah, then he
of
was like, oh,
Marriott.
he was like, bitch, guess what? I was like, what?
Yes.
I just get promoted to general manager. Should I take it? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, Brill one. Yeah, but
Yeah, of course.
according to John said something here that's really good. He said, you know, goals give you focus. Goals help you measure progress.
Yeah.
Goals help you stay motivated. And they help you beat procrastination. Now, that's a big thing. How many of you have actually procrastinated on things that you set out for your own self?
Yeah, asking us
Yeah, Arsenal.
I procrastinated 1,000,002 times probably. I know majority because you know me, JC. I am cram,
Last minute.
cram. That's me. So even in school, in college, we will have a test. I will have my bio test or my AMP test or whatever test, chemistry test. Oh, my chemistry test. Oh, I hate chemistry. So not until maybe the night of or something like that, I'll be like, shit, I have a test tomorrow. But I knew I had the test. I just keep passing the book and I just keep passing. Be like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll go do it. Okay, I distract myself with Sims. Next thing you know, 2 hours went by and I'm still on Sims. 5 hours still playing Sims and I'm watching the book. I was like, oh, okay, I have enough time, blah, blah, blah. And then last minute, I'll cram my studies. I'll study in like a night. I'll pull an all nighter. Then I think I passed the first time. I passed with an 80 and I was like, oh, yes, you could do this.
Look at you.
So after that, I just kept procrastinating with my studies because I felt like, you know what?
If you get away with it
Affirmation.
one time, you could get
Yeah.
away with it all the time.
Yep. Then my third time, I guess 60. I was like, shit.
Mm. Kafisha, for you, have you
For me,
struggled with procrastination?
I mean, I think we all struggle with procrastination. But if I really put my mind to something, I
Mm.
get it done. It may not be okay. So, for example, one of my goals I set goals for every quarter of this year. So I
Mm.
said, and I mean, this may not be a big thing, but I said, you know what? I want to grow my social media page to 6,000 before the end of the first quarter, January, February, March. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I need to do in order to grow my page from 1,000 to 6,000? And I need to be consistent. I need to be intentional. I need to probably film every day or every other day or post every other day. So, okay, yes, what do we need to do? If you need to get up 3 o'clock in the morning to film those videos, that's what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I achieved that goal before the end of the first quarter because it's something that I really wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, and it will take me to that direction, that I really want to go. So, yes, I procrastinate sometimes, but if I really, really want that thing, I work hard and I get that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's for
definitely agree.
everybody, but you see, if you have goals for yourself and you write down your goals and you put yourself in that position, it's kind of like you're holding yourself accountable for the things that you
Accountable.
want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Our
It's holding
favorite
yourself
word.
accountable. Yeah.
It also motivates you to do that thing.
Yeah.
Because
It does.
what I have learned is like seeing it and like writing it and seeing it every day helps me push myself to do whatever it is that I set out from myself to do.
Yeah.
So that goals could be a motivation to help you with procrastination
Mhm.
sometimes,
Yeah.
depending
And
on how bad you want it.
and
Yes. Agreed.
there are easy ways too that you could set goals. I don't know if anybody know about SMART.
I've heard about it. Yes. Smart goals.
So SMART is specific, which is simple, sensible, significant. And then you have measurable, which is meaningful, motivating. Then you have the A, which is achievable, agreed, attainable, relevant, and time bonded. So
Mm-hmm.
that helps these are ways that you could set goals for yourself. So you keep them realistic.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy when you have an unrealistic goal and you keep chasing after something that, that, yeah, ain't no unicorns shitting over here. you know so there are different ways you could set goals for yourself. Sometimes writing a list of things that you want to accomplish and
Mhm.
prioritizing it
Yeah.
by what's really really important
Important at this time.
for
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
and you start knocking it down like that.
And it
And
really gives remember I was saying in the first podcast about intention, momentum, reciprocity. That's what
yeah,
you get. Then you start building the momentum and you'd want to continue hitting those, hitting those, hitting those.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have others, for example, vision board.
Yes.
I have mine.
So I made over my vision board because I really haven't had time to really sit and refocus myself. So I finally get a chance to, and I'll do over my vision board. And my husband come like, where's our vision board?
Really?
Yeah, no, a vision board is.
He had absolutely no idea what a vision board was. And I was so surprised because it's like everybody know what a vision board is. And people don't know what a vision board is. So I'll just explain. A vision board is a physical collection of items such as your pictures, magazines, clippings, words, and quotes that visually affirm your goals and dreams. Let me tell you, this works.
It does. It does.
You sound like you make a couple already.
Because
How much you have?
I only made my one vision board this year. Ever since, I've always had them like on my phone, little pictures and stuff. But
Mhm.
this year I really went in and I did my little arts and craft, and I took pictures and I stick this and I wrote that, and oh my god, it is beautiful.
Oh,
And
see?
thus far, I have some of the things that I have on my vision board has already been achieved.
Oh, you see? There you go.
I
Vision
like
boards.
planners.
You
You
like
like-
planners?
Yes. I have
Yeah.
a planner right here. For me, the vision board is just like scattered. You have a whole
Right.
bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of words just everywhere. But I
Right.
like planners. I like to write exactly what it is that I want to accomplish. And then I like checking it off.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
You like the
yes.
Because
tick
I
off.
like what I get when I check it. Because if I
Right.
check it, then I'll be like, yes, I achieved
Completed.
whatever it is that I want
Yes.
to achieve. Now I move on to the next level, you know?
Yes,
Something like that.
yes.
That's so I like planners for that
So-
reason.
See, guys, say even planners, write it down, check it off. You don't know, maybe that could be something very motivating for you.
Yeah.
Here's a question. How can you tell when it's time to shift your focus to setting attainable goals?
How can you tell?
How can you tell when it's time to shift your focus to setting attainable goals?
To setting
Setting
attainable.
attainable ones.
Yeah. Like
So
for me, is if I doing something over and over and it just
Not
not
getting you anywhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like okay.
Spin
time
it up
to
in mud.
rewind. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
also
yeah.
what goal it is that you're setting. Because she said switch to attainable ones. So which means that the goal that you set just was not attainable, was an
Yeah.
unattainable goal. So for that you'll have to sit and rethink what it is that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, listen, am I at the point of my life or am I at the point of where I can actually achieve this? What steps, what you could do is put the goal, then put down the steps that need to be taken to achieve that goal. And if you realize within those steps there's something that you cannot do, then that's where you need to switch your focus onto
Yep.
something else. Because if you know, because you will know it's your goal, it's you
Mhm.
who's setting this. If you know that I cannot be like, you know what? I will one day want to achieve this, but I know right now I am nowhere near achieving it. How about I do something a little bit more realistic? So I'll rethink
Right.
what it is that I can do, or maybe take one thing, one step from that goal that you have that you can achieve, and then just work on that.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So you have to revise your goals. Revise your goals.
And that's
'Cause
not bad. Reviewing everything or rethinking everything, revising whatever it is that you set out, then I think that's something really good because you could build from that. Maybe you are no longer in that mindset where you were before, where that goal was something that, was very important. Maybe you changed and you could always revisit your goals,
yeah,
change some stuff around.
that is true. Something I do want to say though, for you guys, did uh, well, setting your life goals, did it help you with discipline, self-control, and these sorts of stuff? Did it help you with any of those?
I would say yes. Well, okay. As a child, I have always been into athletics, right? So I used to run and say, when you're into athletics, you have to be disciplined. You have to be
Yeah.
disciplined. So I think I got some of my discipline from training and that kind of thing. But of course, for
Uh,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry, my children.
I'm
But
fine.
but of course, for goal setting, it requires some sort of discipline. You really need to be disciplined, or else you would just, like we were saying before, just spinning top in mud.
Yeah.
And Yeah, discipline is necessary for your goal setting.
Yes,
Yes.
it
Yes.
definitely is. Brill, for you,
Ask the question.
I said, did in you setting your goals, since you're new at it, did it help you gain self discipline and self
Oh,
control?
yes. Yes, it did. Because it helped me follow what it is that I wanted to accomplish. And it pushed me to do exactly that. So yes, Fisher is right. Without discipline, I mean, you do need discipline in order for you to achieve or accomplish whatever goals that you set out for yourself. Because if not, then you'll end up in that, spiral downfall of saying, I'll do it next time. Something, well, this thing is now I'm going to do this, but, I'll come back to that later. You could easily go in that direction. So, yeah, discipline
Yeah,
definitely. And it did help.
yeah. I think when it comes to setting goals as well, it helps us cross the threshold that we set for even ourselves. Because we might just say, you know what, I just going and do 1, 2, 3, and then you realize you could actually do 5, 6, and you didn't even know that you could do those 5, 6. Because once you set goals, you kind of, I like to say it as goals, you kind of break bad habits.
Mm.
Goals help you break bad habits. And once you start breaking bad habits, you start wanting better habits for yourself. You start wanting and doing better things for yourself. And then you start seeing yourself in a different light. And you start doing more. And you're like, wait, I could actually be what I didn't even see myself to be,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
you know? Because I don't think, going back to something that we said earlier, where we came from that society where people was always talking about us, I didn't see myself being where I am right now
Yeah, I don't think.
because of how society used to talk about me, because of the pressure that I had to face with society and that backlash. And it was like, oh, you will never be nothing in life and all these different types of stuff. So I didn't think I ever saw myself being as accomplished, and I could say accomplished because I did a lot, being as accomplished as I am right now.
Yeah. I mean, not only in society, but I think for us, we mostly got it from family and friends,
Mhm.
where it was like, no, you can't, no, you shouldn't, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
We mostly got that from family and friends, especially where we grew up. That was just something that, you know, they capped us on. So I
Yeah.
lost the train of thought because I started thinking about.
Don't go down that road, girl. Don't go down that road.
But it did, I guess, change in your mindset from what we had when we were younger, and being experiencing a whole bunch of different stuff, new things or
Mhm.
whatever, and then also, developing yourself. It did
Yep.
help us reach where we are today. And I,
Yeah.
honestly, since then, little Brill really did not see herself here
True.
at
True.
all.
True. Keisha had said something earlier. Keisha had said, she said, it's correct. That's correct. Right. That's why I moved away so I can finally be me, no judgment. And sometimes it takes you leaving your community, leaving that environment and experiencing something different so that you could find what life goals work for you. And it may be risky. It may be a risky situation, but you can do it. I could definitely say for me, um, I really was able to identify myself from who I always thought I was when I moved to England. Because moving away from my family, I get to, figure out more things about myself. I get to see more stuff about myself. So, Kafisha, to you, did you have, when you moved away from that community, were you able to
When I moved away, I explored. This was exploration time. This is an adventure. Oh my God. No more choir. No more. Oh. Listen, I love my community. I love choir. Like, and anybody ask me where I am from Guaguayari.
Yeah.
But like we said earlier on, there is the limiting put you in a box.
Yeah.
This is all you can do. So yes, moving away really helped me open up my eyes. So wow, we could do this. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it.
So you gain that, like Randstad say, yeah, you get a sense of independence. moving on.
Independence,
And
yes,
it's like a
agreed.
whole new
JC.
world.
And not only that, you remember when mommy asked us when we was in high school, oh, what it is that you want to do?
Mhm.
Like she gave us an option to choose what we want to do while in high school. And to me, that was just like, that was
could do
completely
something.
different because from what we've been taught, from our aunts and stuff, is that go to school,
Yeah.
head in books, you need to do it. Because I even had a conversation with mommy, an open conversation with ma, and I was telling her that I don't think school is for me. And she
Mhm.
also was saying, yes, I do see where, that you don't think this is for you. And we also came up with different options as to what it is that we could do. So honestly, um, coming out of childhood living was
Yeah.
definitely something to just to explore. It was finding new things in every way you turn.
Yeah,
And I
and that
really like
helps you
that.
fashion how you want it to be and who you want it to be. Because without that, once the box is open and you get a peek of something new and you see it, you could never go back to normal.
No.
You look at Fisher face. And your life start forming differently and your wants and your needs starts becoming different. You start
Yeah.
wanting different because you experience different. So guys, if you're listening, it's okay to take a risk. It's okay to leave your parents' house and go and find something. According to Sincerely, sorry, remove the cap.
Yeah.
Remove it.
Yeah, agreed.
Try
Risk
something
helps you
different.
build. Risk helps you grow. It
It
Yeah.
does. It does. You cannot grow in your comfort zone. Let me
Oh,
just
you
say
cannot.
that. You
Yeah,
can't grow in your
definitely.
comfort zone.
Definitely.
You really need to put yourself out there and just see where life takes you.
Exactly. You
This
really
is what
cannot.
I will say. Be honest with yourself. Be honest where you are and just ask, who am I and where do I want to be? And with those things, you start planning what you want for yourself or
Yes.
whatever. And it doesn't just necessarily have to be what you want for yourself, it's just what you want to experience.
Mhm.
I don't think
Because life
everybody.
is an experience, huh? It
Exactly.
is, yeah. I agree.
Exactly. So it's what you want to experience, and you start listing it down. There are different ways you could do it. I just give you guys SMART. Set those SMART goals for yourself. Get
Vision
your
board.
vision board, your planner. You
Oh, you
even
can
have to
even
have
do
a
your
planner, a
notes.
piece of paper. Write it
Yeah.
on a napkin.
Or put on your phone in your notes and
Yeah,
constantly put out like different
check
alarms that
it
goes off.
exactly. Check it and set goals, and you will feel good that that you accomplished, even if it's one out of your 10 goals, you accomplish just one of them. It will make you want to continue the rest. You
Yeah.
definitely want to continue the rest. And don't be scared to adventure, man. Ain't nothing wrong with a little,
No,
exploration.
no, no, no.
All right,
Not
guys, we
do not
just
do JC adventures, okay? She had too
what
much fun.
I did. Listen, I'm since right now we chilling, right? We chilling out. So I would say since I moved out from Guaguayari, since I moved out of Trinidad on the whole, I was me. I did literally every and anything that I wanted to do, even if it got me in trouble, which it did. But I did what I wanted to do. And I think with that experience, because a lot of times we don't realize that life is hard. As kids, when your parents doing everything for you, you really don't pay attention to it. But when you
Mhm.
start becoming like 16, 17, and you want to start forming your own life and all these different things, like shit does happen that you're really looking forward to.
Adulting sucks
Yes.
sometimes.
Listen, it does. Recently, I was like, how I reach from cleaning, hardly even cleaning one room to cleaning a whole house.
You
How
see?
I reach here? How I reach? I never used to wash my clothes. How I washing my clothes, my husband's clothes, and my two children clothes. How I reach
But
here?
no wait, but what about you go shopping and you spend your whole paycheck? Your whole
I
paycheck. Like, oh, I just get paid,
Yes,
I go shopping, spend everything. And then now you have to be like, shit, you know what? You know what? Accounting, you turn into an accountant, you turn into a receptionist, you turn and let's
Listen,
like,
You're no
listen.
longer just going to the racks and just pick
no,
up
you
clothes.
can't
Now
just
you're going to
go.
sale.
Now you have to plan it. You're like, oh, there's a sale happening on this day. I could probably go on this day and this day and pick up this and this.
Yeah.
Exactly. So life happens. Life happens, and we didn't expect all these things that we experience and now. And I will always say, if you limit yourselves to those experiences, I don't think you will be able to grow. You would just be stuck in that same cycle over and over, and you would just basically be watching other people enjoy their life.
Yeah, so go out and adventure.
Go out, set some goals for yourself, set some life goals for yourself, and share Superman there.
Yeah.
Listen, my children, that's why I have to send them away, you know. They have too much.
Who is that? Superman and Spider-Man? Which one? Oh, Batman.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, so set goals, guys. Always go to, if you have trouble, you just find what works for you. Smart goals, vision boards, planners, stick it on your wall. If you don't want nobody to see it, do it on a piece of paper. Walk with it in your pocket. I used to walk with something in my purse all the time, so I always have that reminder. And something that just was said: fear of criticism limits your growth. Please, nobody is you. Nobody on the face of the earth is you. And you don't want to miss out on life because you're afraid of what people have to say about you.
Yeah. I mean, if if you keep thinking like that, then you'll just curl up in a ball and stay in a corner, because no matter what you do,
Exactly.
anybody is going to say anything about you. It doesn't matter. It could be something positive, negative. It
That's so
doesn't
true.
matter.
That
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
true.
And you have
Whether
to
you
just
do,
accept that.
yeah. Whether you do good, they will have something to say. If you do bad, they'll have something to say. If
So
you
just
accomplish
be
your
like, you know
goal,
what?
they'll have
F
something to
it.
say.
Do you?
Exactly.
Why? Why not?
Do you, Lou? So yeah. Enjoy your life. Set some life goals for yourself. It is very important. It builds character, it builds self-esteem, it builds self-discipline, it builds self-control, and it creates the life that you want for yourself. And I think everybody on this face of the earth wants to live a life that they envision for themselves.
Mhm.
You do, and you deserve to experience that.
Of
You
course,
deserve to
agreed.
experience that.
And just be ready to have an honest conversation with yourself
Yep.
and say, you know what? We need to figure out what it is that we need. And I'm talking about myself.
Yeah,
Figure out what it is that you need, and just figure out what it is that you can and cannot do. Just have
Exactly.
that honest conversation with yourself, and you'll see how far that will take you.
Exactly.
agreed.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So tonight, guys, as long as whatever your goals is not hurting or using anybody, please keep your goals going. and accomplish them. If
Yes.
you do have any questions or any concerns or need help with setting goals, you guys can reach out to me in my inbox. You could send messages to me on Facebook or Instagram at sincerelyherstory.com or sincerely her story, and I'll be able to help you guys. We'll be able to help you guys in starting your goals and figuring out how you could, live the life that you want
Become
to
the true
live.
you.
Yeah, because you don't want to be anybody else. You want to be you, and you don't want to be limited because somebody who don't know you wants to tell you who you are.
Who you are. Agreed.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a beautiful night
Take up
tonight.
space. Take up space. Be who you are.
Exactly.
Yes.
Your way
Show
in
up.
there.
Show up and show out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
Before
clothesline people on the way in. Not really.
before we
People
end
so
tonight,
violent.
I do want to say something very special. Kafisha and Brill, I have to say this. I have seen you guys. I know you guys since it was way high about my knee because it was like yin and yang joined to the hip. It's amazing to see how you guys have grown to who you are right now.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing to see you young ladies expressing yourself, living and being your true self.
Yes.
I know you guys probably wouldn't notice, but a lot of people, especially older than you, generations before, have difficulties being their true selves and living their true selves and even accomplishing their career goals. And you guys are doing that. You are setting that barrier and letting people know that you can do it.
Yes.
And it's amazing that you do it every day and you're accomplishing, like, you guys are young and you're accomplishing more than all the people I know. Some people don't even own a house, or you know what I mean? You guys
Yeah.
are
Hard work and
accomplishing
determination.
these amazing goals. And I know you put it out for yourself. so so I definitely want to say you guys are doing a great job. Keep setting the example because you might think people watching, but people are watching. So keep doing you, keep being true to yourself, keep accomplishing your goals and knocking them out. Sky is the limit. And even if you fall among the stars, baby.
Thanks.
So keep doing your thing. All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure having you on tonight.
Sorry for being late. My kids
Georgina.
will not be here next week, so
You guys tell her it's okay.
Yeah, so tonight I just want to give shout outs real quick. Georgina, good night, Georgie. Jay Vermont, thank you very much for being the biggest support ever. Yay. Beverly, mommy behind you sincerely.
Mother.
Yeah. Thank you, mother.
I want to pick up my mommy too. She's somewhere here watching.
Bigger.
I love you.
Hi, Provision's mother.
Ryan Stout, thank you for tuning in. Who else? Merlin, thank you for tuning in. Keishel, as always. Rowan. I hope I always say his name, say his name correctly. I hope I always say his name correctly. Michaela, you guys were awesome. Miss Allison, you guys were awesome. It was amazing tonight. I hope you guys learned a lot. It was a pleasure having you, and see you next Thursday. So bye and have
Bye,
a good
everyone.
night.
Good.